You know what? I'm starting to use AI little bits here and there, and I can see the advantage to it. Um, so yeah, I'm venturing more and
Yeah.
more into the AI world. I can't fight it too much
Yeah.
longer. You know what I mean? I
You're
can't
fighting
fight
you're
it too
fighting
much
an
longer.
uphill battle, man. You might as well join the wave.
um, we kind of just jumped into the conversation, but I'm in getting better at this podcasting thing or building at this podcasting
Yeah,
thing. I'm learning there's a process to it, so I got to do the actual intro, which I
no
don't have an
problem.
official one yet. I still got to do the. I got the logo together. I got that down, but I got to do like the official intro music and
Yeah.
all of that stuff. But for
Do
the
you
time
have like
being,
any songs that you're thinking of using, or you can use like some of your own stuff? What are you thinking of doing?
I don't know. I think I want to kind of do something original for it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But it's got to come to me organically. And I think as I'm going through the process of this, because this is all trial and error for me right now.
yeah. It's the
Right.
same thing with me.
So
The
in
same
in
thing
going
with
through
me.
the process, I think something might stick. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like officially, I just solidified the title of the podcast, which is going to be Culture on Culture. Let's start the conversation.
Okay.
Right, that's the official title for the podcast. But that, like, I've been battling back and forth over that for a while now. But yeah, so as an intro, welcome to the podcast, Culture on Culture. For those who don't know, I'm the host. Also, rhymes also the some, also the most. But introduce yourself for some folks who may not be watching. And
So my name is Renaldo Dixon. My friends call me Benz. I'm from the neighborhood. Grew up here downtown. Went to Central Tech as a kid.
Mhm.
I actually got kicked out of school when I was in grade 11, second semester.
Mhm.
And then I did some of my credits at St. Stephen's House. We call it drug free. I did some of my credits over there, but then luckily, like that was around the same time I started really getting into basketball and started really like developing. And I got an opportunity to go to a prep school, Mount Zion Christian Academy in Durham, North Carolina. So the next year I went over there. It was a great experience. I went there with another guy from the neighborhood, CK Christian Kabongo. We went there together along with another dude from Malvern, Jason Calise. We all went over there together. So it was a great experience, especially having people that you know with you because
Make all the difference in the world, yeah.
Oh yeah, because when you're over there, it's really us against them. Like it felt like because like there's already guys there established. We had a guy, Karan Johnson. He was like number 7 in the country, and he played the same position as me. So it was a tough experience for me because when I first got there, like I didn't always play that much because number 7 player in the country playing the same position, so he played most of the minutes of that position.
Yeah, exactly.
So tough experience. Went to another school in Florida. Actually, I went to quality education for a month and ended up leaving. I had some problems with the coach. That was in Creedmoor, North Carolina, and then I went to Zion Lutheran in Florida, and I ended up graduating high school there. But I was still a non-qualifier, so I ended up having to go to prep school for a year, and then I ended up going to New Mexico State University where I played for 4 years, got my degree, and yeah, I've been playing pro since. Played in Germany, then in Canada, Dominican Republic, and then the past 5 years I've been living in Japan. Just came back in July.
Nice. One of the things for me, and I know I said this to the other day or I say the other day, but in the summertime when I saw I ain't seen you in a minute, I'm like, it bothers me that I never actually got to see you play live. Like I didn't get to see you play. I didn't see CK play. I didn't really see anybody play live. None of the men's and Birdman, like even the citywide, I wasn't around for none of that. So I didn't really get to see men's develop. But from afar, I'd be hearing, "Yo, you hear them boys out by New Mexico State? You guys doing?" Then I'd be like, "Word, congrats to them!" And I was from afar always proud of what y'all was doing.
Yeah.
But it was weird just because I didn't get to actually see it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean because like I have similar situations with some of my other friends as well. So, but I'm still rooting for them. But sometimes like it's good when you show that appreciation and let them know though.
Absolutely. Me, I was out of the mix for my own reasons. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, in speaking of this platform or whatever, or in talking about this platform, the main reason of this platform or my mindset was to have the real stars of the show, which is the members of the actual community, because I try not to look too far outside of my box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the people that I'm around, that the places that I've been, that's the real star. That's the real story for me. That's where I can really learn from. Outsider world is cool, but I think the closer proximity is where you can make the biggest effect.
I agree.
And I feel like in this community here, I'll have a lot of one-on-one conversations with folks and we'll exchange some great information, but it doesn't go any further than that.
Yeah.
And I feel a lot of the conversations that we have and things that we talk about could affect a lot of change for a lot of people, especially in this community. So I just figured it would be dope if this platform was created and folks can come through and we can say we have conversations about a variety of topics or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And what's dope is I think it's important to highlight how advantageous sports can be, not just by making it to a league. Like a lot of people look at the NBA as the end all be all and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? But you just finished talking about playing in all kind of different parts of the world, which is, it's hard, but at the same time, it's eye opening. I can only imagine that you get to see how people live in different parts of the world, what the culture is like, what moral systems is like, and just transitioning all over the place. You know what I mean?
quick thing, like for NBA, for example, there's less than 5,000 players ever that played in the NBA.
Facts.
Like just to give people perspective in how hard it is to make it to the NBA. 5,000, like less than 5,000 people ever has played in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a crazy stat.
It's a crazy stat. Like we were talking about that. I remember when I heard that and found that out for the first time. I'm like, and I think I found that out like year 75, and I'm like, 75 years of this game, and you're telling me there's less than 5,000 people that actually suited up and played. And it's not even like they're just talking about the stars. Like
exactly,
actually was on a roster on an NBA team. Didn't even play any games.
Yeah.
But they were just on a roster. Like, that's a crazy stat. You know what I mean? But it just speaks to the combination that has to happen between, what they say, talent, opportunity, and some luck mixed in there.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
All three got to fall in line.
How did you... So a lot of people, when things don't work out, they instantly get discouraged or they get down on themselves or whatnot. What was that process for you? Like, were you always able to keep that determination? Were there down moments where you were like, you're getting ready to say F all of this? Like, how was that process for you?
I obviously I had those moments where I was down and discouraged by the things that happened around my environment, but like, I think what helped me is kind of like I always kind of had like a lone wolf mentality. Like, I don't care what happens. Like, I'm still going to do this by myself. Like, I always told myself, like, no matter what, I'm still going to try to figure out by myself. And like one time, like one of my coaches, Paul Weir, he was my head assistant coach when I was at New Mexico State. He's actually from Mississauga. He recruited all the Canadians over there. And he was like, Benz, you're on your lone wolf stuff, man. What's going on? Because like I just wouldn't be talking to anyone that's going to the gym by myself, work out for hours. Don't don't talk to no one. Just put my head down and just be grinding. So like you got to kind of be just like, you just have to be like laser focused on your goal. Like even if you don't make it, like you gotta be able to accept it and like not let that discourage you from keep on working towards something else that could be a possibility.
I love that because I often say to folks, like, life is really just a battle of you versus you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the way you view things, the way you attack things, the way you approach things, it's all about your mindset towards it and whether you're gonna view that as a loss or you're gonna view it as a lesson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot of lessons.
I truly feel that's what life was. I don't really see losses. Like, there was a point in time where I used to be like, oh, I lost it. It's like, nah, I just had to learn. Like,
yeah, I agree.
I know I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were talking about that statement: "What's for you is for you, and what isn't for you isn't meant for you."
Yeah.
How do you feel about that concept or mindset?
I agree with that mindset because, like, I feel like everything happens for a reason. Like, even if you're working, no matter how hard you work for something, like, it doesn't mean that it's gonna happen how the way you want it to. So sometimes you have to be able to accept that things don't happen the way that you want it to. Like you have to have a level of delusion, but you have to have a level of reality, and acceptance. Like you have to have that delusion to have that drive, but at the same time, when things don't work out, you can't let it discourage you. You got to be able to accept and keep on moving forward.
And like the other day when I saw you, I think that's one of the things that I credit sports for. I don't want to say creating, but nurturing. And the fact of, in order to succeed at sports, you have to, like when you were talking about that lone wolf stuff, you kind of have to develop that mindset, because your peer group might not want to hit the gym that day.
Yeah.
But you know what hitting the gym is going to actually do for your skill set.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So you've got to have that it's amazing when you can find a peer group that wants to work in the same aspect and same fashion that you do, but that's actually a very rare thing.
Very rare.
You know what I mean? Like, so I think sports is great as developing that one-on-one mentality where you got to have that argument with yourself daily. Like, do I want to get up at 6 a.m. for this practice right now? Or do I want to, you know, like I know for me with high school, that was my downfall with sports, was like, hold on. I got to get up at what time?
Oh, for me, it wasn't a choice.
For practice to, like, for me, it was a choice, and I opted out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I opted out. I opted for my sleep and other activities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, having that focus and having that drive is something that I credit folks who are dedicated to sports about. And I know we were talking about saying athletes who get paid millions of dollars.
Yeah.
It is very much, in my opinion, earned. I don't look at none of them athletes getting paid $50 million and be like, oh, you're overpaid. And nah, man, that's work that you couldn't even fathom putting in to get there.
Exactly. Like, people don't realize, like, people training 3-4 times a day, and like people are complaining about like going to the gym once or twice a week. Like,
you know what I'm saying? And through aches and pains and not wanting to do it, and balancing whether it's schoolwork or work or family or whatever alongside of that, like it takes a lot. And I know, like in I love my sports, so I listen to a lot of sports podcasts and whatnot. And hearing different athletes talking about, I don't want to say ritualistic, but how like almost OCD everything is, like eating at this time, sleeping at this time, working out at this time, recovery at this time, like everything.
That stuff helps so much. Just being consistent and doing the same thing all the time, like that just helps you like be motivated, because you know, like, okay, this day I'm gonna do this workout, this day I'm gonna do this workout, this day I'm gonna do this. I have to eat this because of this reason. I have to hydrate because of this. Instead of just drinking water, I'm gonna have fruits and vegetables. Like all those things, like it just helps you with your habits. Like building good habits is the best thing, and those things translate over, because like even for me, just like because of the habits I've built over playing. And now, like, I'm getting into business, and like now I'm realizing that I have a lot of good habits that a lot of people don't have. And I'm looking around like, why is everyone just chilling? Like, why are you guys just chilling? Like, where's your goal? Like, where's your drive? And it's just like people, like, they just get chill and lax. But I don't have that. So like, I'm just happy for the place that I'm in right now.
That's that lone wolf exposing itself all over again. So like what is it that, like, is it opportunities presenting themselves that has you doing the pivot? Because I know you were talking about the AI stuff you were doing. You were talking about the book that you're getting ready to release. And what is it that triggers that thought in your mind, like, yo, this is the next thing that I'm going to do? Like, is it opportunity that folks are presenting to you, or are you just paying attention to the scene and being like, yo, that's interesting?
It's a combination, because at first I wasn't even doing the AI business. I was doing another business, an educational consultant business, where I'm going to be helping kids from overseas, like in the UK and Japan mainly right now, to go to prep schools in Canada and the US. And so when I started my corporation, Dixon Athletics, like I was saying, okay, I need a website, I need to do this, I need to do that. And like, I didn't want to have to pay for everything. I was talking to one of my friends who's a business owner. He was telling me to like learn everything for yourself. It's going to help you so much. So I just took the time to learn how to do everything myself. And and then that got me into learning about AI, and then that just opened up other doors for other things. And then I was like, I learned about writing books and stuff, and then I was like, okay, let me just write a book, see how it is. And even within that, I learned so much, and I used Canva to design it. So then I was working through Canva, working through the formatting, everything. Learned so much about just like graphic designing just from that. Like everything just all fell into place.
It's funny how things work like that. Um, that's one thing that's always kind of like a debate of mine is, do I take on all the tasks or do I outsource them? You know what I mean? Because it's the reality of it is it's great to know how to do everything and be able to do everything.
Yeah.
But then there's the potential of possibly burning yourself out as well.
I think I'm just so like I said, like with the lone wolf stuff, like I'm just so used to this, like, oh no, I'm gonna do it myself, forget everyone else. So that's just me and my personality. And like eventually I plan to outsource the stuff, but like for now I want to be able to know how to do everything so I could oversee everything effectively.
I'm glad you added that part because that's where I kind of agree. Is it's good, it's definitely good to outsource so you don't burn yourself over, but it is important to understand how every cog in the wheel or every cog in the machine all works so that you can catch when this is slipping or catch when you know what I mean. Especially when it's your brainchild and your passion project. Like
exactly.
Yeah, you don't want to let somebody else navigate it into a crash. You know what I mean? So you're back in AP right now. Do you know how long you're gonna be around for, or it's still in the air?
Still in the air. I was thinking I might go to Japan in April. There's like a 3-on-3 league that I like playing in that I might play in. And I'm going to be trying to expand some of my business over there because I'm going to be looking to try to get some of the young basketball players over there some opportunities to go to some prep schools so they can have a chance to get a scholarship to university or just a chance to play pro somewhere, just more development. So I'm going to try to expand that part of my business over there while I'm there as well.
Being from somebody that grew up in this community and whatnot, understanding the dynamics of what it's like actually living here, seeing what people speak about it as, what the media highlights it as, outside neighborhoods and whatnot. And this might be a broad question, but what do you feel about the state of the community today as is? Like,
the community it's so different from when I was growing up. Like even with like the revitalization and just like kids not going outside as much, not as much kids interested in basketball. Like it's just a whole different landscape in the community. Like I look around, like a lot of the kids, like I don't even recognize, and like they don't recognize me because I've been gone for so long. So it's just a whole different landscape.
Yeah, no, I definitely recognize that because then me going away for a while and then popping back up. Same thing. I'm like, yo, who's that or whatnot? Or certain people that I am seeing, it's like, yo, I ain't seen you in about 8 years. You done grown all the way up, got a full on beard now. This, that, like, or grown and had some kids, got married, this, that. It's like, wow. But yeah, it's definitely different from back in the days where everybody was outside, everything was always outside, somebody was always at the ball court or something. Do you think like do you think it'll make a bounce back and the engagement will happen with outdoor activities and stuff more often, like the basketball court will get more utilized by folks in the area?
I don't really think so. Just because of the way that the landscape of how kids are interacting now is just so different from before. Like before there wasn't as much technology, so like if you want to see your friends, you had to go outside to see them. Now like everyone got a phone. Everyone's on Instagram. Everyone's on TikTok. Now, like everything, like you could talk to your friends digitally. Everyone's on the game, like playing 2K or playing Call of Duty, whatever video games they play. They're talking to their friends on the game. So I feel like now there's like the kids feel like there's not as much of a need for the in-person interactions, but I feel like that's hurting them too because a lot of kids are lacking the social skills and like they're feeling lonely because they don't get to have those in-person interactions as much as we did when we were growing up.
And that was actually going to be my follow-up question. Do you feel like it's to an advantage or a detriment? And I think like I think with every aspect of life, there's always the two sides to it. And you got to
Yeah.
find the balance in the middle.
Yeah.
And I think right now things are a little too heavy on the disconnect.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? I think part of it had to do with some of the neighborhood's history, but a big part of it has to do with the remnants of COVID.
Yeah.
And what that did.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think like there could be any remedy for that, or what would an idea for to engage more folk, more youth and whatnot to come outside and take part in tournaments and just go outside and actually run around and play? Because I know I do some programs here and getting these kids to run around and do anything besides octopus. Yeah. Like octopus, all right, cool. They'll run and play that for a while. But like to say, let's go outside and let's run a game of basketball. Let's go outside and play some football or some soccer. Like, I don't want to. I'm tired. And it's like, how do you trying to figure out ways to combat or turn that around?
I think the only way, you just got to find what the kids are interested in, because like I said, like when we were growing up, like we were just interested in going outside. So like we had to figure out stuff to do. We had to find ways to occupy our time. And now there's so many other avenues for them to occupy their time. So it's, if they could choose to just chill and not have to work hard and do anything or sweat, then they'll choose to do that instead of running around and having to work hard and maybe they cut themselves or hurt themselves. So I think it's just, you got to find something that they're interested in.
Gotta figure out some way to kind of incentivize it. I don't know.
Yeah, even that, incentivize it. If you could find something like, if you guys do this program for this a period of time, then you get this or something like that. Or you like they get like a dinner at the end of the week at the community center if they join a program for like 3 days out of the week. Just something to get them like excited to like work towards it.
Yeah, trick them into taking care of themselves.
Yeah. That's what you got to do sometimes, man.
Goodness. How do you feel about media right now, as far as like across the board, whether you're talking about podcasts, whether you're talking about news outlets, whether you're talking about TV shows or movies or even music? How do you feel about that landscape right now?
To tell you the truth, I don't really consume that much media. Like there's a few podcasts that I listen to, like a few comedians and like Cameron sports podcasts like Gilbert Arenas, Jeff Teagues. Like there's just a few like athletes or like musicians that listen to their podcasts, but like other than that, like there's not that much media consumption for me. Like other than that, like I might watch like some anime, some sports, but I don't really consume that much media.
Is there any particular reason for that? Is it just time wise, or is it just
just time wise? Like I just like the last couple of months, I just been putting so much time into my business. So like I figure like just doing that is like kind of like a waste of time. Like it's not really doing anything to benefit me. Yeah, it's good to know what's going on, but like I get like if I scroll through Instagram for like 5-10 minutes, like I see like that's like the limit of the media consumption like that, and like the podcast, that's like or I hear from someone, that's like the limit to my media consumption. Like I try to just focus on growing my business.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's it's extremely important to have that discipline, because the distractions are ridiculous.
Yeah, and you could get caught up. Like you start scrolling for a little bit, next thing you know, like an hour passed. Like I'd rather be working on something for my business than that happen. I'd rather be so into working on something for like, even like before I came here, like I was working on editing my book. I didn't even realize what time it was. Like I was working on it for like 2 hours. So like I'd rather spend my time on stuff like that that's gonna benefit me than just doing stuff that's I'm not gonna see anything from.
There are some folks who might challenge me like, yeah, but you never know, you could see the something challenge and
yeah, but like what like
I'm just saying,
like I'll just watch videos, like I'll be on YouTube just watching videos, learning about AI, learning how to program, learning like new trends, learning new software that's out. Like that's what interests me now. Like my whole mindset changed so much since I started working on my business. So like I've really tried to limit myself in the amount of like just like what I feel like would be like useless media consumption. Rather put that time into myself.
I know I gotta salute that, because you know what you invest into yourself is what you get out of it, right? So,
yeah.
even myself, man, like I again, I love sports. I listen to some of the same podcasts and whatnot, but I've had to like choose what games I'm going to watch and what, like, to sit and actually watch a game now and say I'm going to sit for 3 hours.
The last time I watched a whole NBA game, like I was in Japan, so like the time difference, like it was just inconvenient to wake up to watch a game. Like there's some like big games, like maybe like the finals and stuff I'll watch, but like and like the playoffs. But other than that, like I'll just mostly just watch highlights.
Yeah. Shout out to YouTube. I'm saying, because like those condensed games, 10-15 minutes, you can see the whole game, man. That's a game changer right now, man. Versus when I was growing up, and one, we didn't even have very many games televised.
Exactly.
And then prior to the score, shoot,
like the ABC, like the finals and stuff.
Yeah. There was barely any basketball to be seen, man. It was hockey and baseball, and maybe a 1-2 CFL football or whatnot. But that's again, we talk about the beauty and the ugliness of technology. That's one example of it. There is, you have the advantage to be able to see all of this stuff that you want to see, but then there's so much. It just takes so much damn time away from developing yourself.
Oh, that's why discipline is key.
Mm-hmm.
Discipline is key.
It's funny. Your answers are like, your answers are very tuned and trained in a certain aspect.
Oh, I've had media training before, man.
Yeah.
I've had media training. Like I know how to speak. Like I've done this before. Like I've spoken in front of a lot of people that I've never seen before in my life. You're someone I've seen growing up is very comfortable.
Yeah. That is also very true. No, but part of that thought is because again, in saying the conversations that I have with certain folks and whatnot, and documenting this stuff, like discipline is something that always comes up and people always speak about, but actually acting upon it.
Oh yeah.
Is a completely different.
Everyone got a lot of talk.
It's a completely, like I have to page myself certain points in time. Like even when it came to this podcast, the first episode I sat and filmed of this podcast was with CK probably in 2022.
Yeah.
In the gym, completely different setup, completely different all of that. But that was the first time I sat down to actually film. It was CK. It was I think Wafi. I think it was Solomon. I think Sarah helped out with the camera. Bonza helped out with the like crew people.
Yeah.
Helped out things, film the episode, and then it was like the lighting. I don't know about the background. The audio and that. I can't put that out.
Yeah.
And then it gets shelved for a little bit. And then the studio was built there, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to use this space and shelve that and film like 4 or 5 episodes in there, and then shelved. And then I just got to a point where I'm like, man, I need to just put them together and put them out there and build from there, and allow the execution to grow from there versus.
Yeah, you got to get the experience. You got to go there and do it.
It's that saying about missing 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it's almost like in sports always reference Halliburton, where I can't remember what coach is talking about it, but they said they saw somebody trying to correct his shot, and they're like, "Don't you dare mess with his shot. Leave his shot alone."
Yeah.
It may not look pretty,
but it goes in.
But if it goes in, that's the objective. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing where I decided, all right, we got this owl in the building. I had an idea. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to it. I ain't got to do it. No video editing. I just got to record it. I got to put the audio on it, and then I could put it out there from there. And then once that intrigue builds, and because part of the thing that would discourage me is I'm an introvert at heart. So going out and talking to people and being like, yo, I want you to come sit down, that isn't exactly my thing.
Yeah.
Right? I kind of want to reverse engineer it in the sense of building the platform, and then once the platform is out there, people will want to come on the platform and say their piece, because that's human nature. Like if I was on there, I would have said that. Come sit down and say your piece. You know what I mean? Like that's the concept. So even with myself, I have to remind myself to constantly push that envelope. Yeah, this is a little uncomfortable, but do this.
Yeah.
Or you might not want to do this, but do this little part. And just doing that little 1% helps get closer to the goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. It's good to see you around. It's good to have you around. It's good to have you as an example of steps to follow. You know what I mean? I don't think we have.
I appreciate that, man.
I don't think I was saying the same thing to Trevor. I don't think we have enough folks that are willing to step into that role model role and just be the example and allow their themselves and their lives to be on display in that fashion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like you said, like some people like this. It's not really their nature, but sometimes you gotta get out of your comfort zone and experience different things.
Yeah, I still remind myself of that constantly. You might be comfortable doing this, but I know you hate sitting in front of laptops, so just sit down and write that grant because it's needed for yada da da da.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, yeah, it's a process, and it's not an on and off switch. In the sense of, or at least for me, it definitely isn't. There is no one day where it was like it clicked and it's just always on now. Like I gotta constantly always
like it's just habits.
Battle
those
myself.
Habits you gotta build. You gotta build those habits until it becomes second nature. Mm-hmm. Like that's why the scheduling stuff and like doing the same thing all the time you're talking about with the athletes. That's where that comes in. Like you build those habits, and then it just becomes second nature to you.
That's that book, Atomic Habits. I read that book and that mentality stuck with me, man. Just improve that 1% each day.
Yeah.
If you get 10%, cool. But if you can at least aim for that 1% each day, it's gonna be advantageous for you.
Look, I never read that book, but that's just the type of stuff that I do just from my own experiences.
Well, in reading that book, he studied a lot of athletes is what he studied.
Oh, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Like he studied a lot of athletes and their success, certain, especially folks that had success versus folks that didn't.
Yeah.
Right. And another, like, there's a lot that I took from that book, man. One of the things, and speaking of the podcast, one of the things that I took from there was he talked about a class that a teacher had a photography class, and he split the group in half, and he said, all right, this half, your job is to take the perfect picture. Turn in one picture, but it has to be perfect. The other half, just take as many pictures as you want and turn in as many pictures as you possibly can. And by the end of the course, the group that was supposed to have the perfect picture didn't have any picture to present. The group that took as many pictures as they want had so many beautiful pictures, it was incredible, but it was just because they had so many cracks at their craft that they perfected it by accident, kind of.
Yeah.
Whereas the first group in trying to, what are we going to take a picture of? What do we angle? What this? They didn't even have taken pictures, and that's the same thing with the podcast. The first time I'm like the lighting, the audio, this, that. Now it's like, you know what? I'm just going to put it out there, and eventually it'll improve and it'll get better over time.
That goes back to like you miss all the shots you don't take.
That's it. That's it. So while you have the platform here, while the people are talking, is there anything else that you want to let the folks know that you're working on or that they should tap into or be informed about?
Nothing really on the top of my mind. All I would say is like, if you want to find out more about me, you can follow me on my Instagram, X10Benz, and I got my business account, but there's not really much there. But as I grow my business more and start getting into more of the initiatives that I'm planning, you can find more about that at Dixon.athletics. And that's about it.
All right, cool, man. Appreciate you for passing through. Appreciate you for being part of the conversation. Like I said, your work is being seen by somebody, so just keep doing it. It's inspiring folks.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I hope that I do that, because like, even like I was talking to like Kylie Emoji, like they see all the stuff I'm doing. Even Herman, like I'm coming to them every day, like I'm bugging them, I'm doing stuff, I'm getting stuff done. They're looking at me like, whoa, like how's this guy doing so much? And I'm looking at them like, isn't this normal?
No, no, it is not. It is not, especially where we from. I find myself being a lone wolf in a sense, because I go to hang around with certain folks. So it's like, all right, this is what we're doing again today. like this is it again. This is the same thing we was doing 10 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. So to see folks that are actually presenting something new to the table and going after it each day is a welcome and fresh thought or fresh sight. So
I'm glad I could bring that back to the neighborhood, man. 'Cause I've been gone for such a long time too. Like another thing, like I was realizing the last few months that I've been here, like even like with my family, like I've been gone for so long. Like I moved away from the neighborhood when I was 16, turned 17, 2007.
mm-hmm.
It's 2025 now. Like I haven't really lived here since then. So like my family didn't really see me in like my day-to-day life since then. So like even now, like I'm kind of looking back like, damn, like I kind of feel guilty that I've been gone for so long. But like at the same time, like I'm chasing what I want. So like I can't feel guilty for doing what's best for me.
That hit different. And I always say that because 2007 was about the time that I was gone from the area. I didn't come back around to the area until probably about 2015. And even now when I'm in the area, like I'm here, I'm in the building. You might catch me go to Skadden. You might see me with the kids at the ball court or something running a program. But outside of that, I'm on the move.
Yeah, same thing with me. Like I'll come back, like I'll train. Mm-hmm. I'll like I see a couple of guys that I grew up with. I'll like go to like a few basketball events or like a few parties or something. But then after that, like I'm back up out of here.
I think for me, definitely, I've come to terms with it. I felt guilty about missing a lot, not just in the community, family. Like there was a lot of things I missed out on, and I felt guilty about for a long time. But I came to terms with it in the fact of I wouldn't be the person that I am today if I was around for all of that stuff. Like I kind of had to miss it. You know what I mean?
Same thing. Like I'm glad that I was gone during that time because like guys from the neighborhood, like guys around my age, like what they're into around that age. So like that just helped me like separate myself from that.
The other thing is it also makes me way more appreciative of every moment that I'm going through right now. Like day by day, moment by moment, I try to stay in that moment and appreciate it as much as possible. Because like they don't come around, especially now, like with kids and whatnot. Like I want to see my kids more often. I want to be around and involved with stuff. Like I don't want to miss a bunch of things and live through a phone and pics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Again, appreciate you, sir. Thank you for coming through the platform. I don't really script anything for the conversation. I always want it to be organic and as genuine as possible.
No, that's perfect too. Because like me, like I'm very adaptable.
Yeah.
Like I've lived in a lot of different places, had to adapt to a lot of different situations. So like that's nothing new to me.
What was the wildest experience that you like the biggest culture shock for you when you got somewhere? Like where was that?
I wouldn't say the biggest culture shock, but like one of the first big culture shocks I had when I was at my first school at Mount Zion Christian Academy. And like, for example, like in Canada, you'll see dudes saying like how they're Bloods and Crips and whatever. But then when I went over there, like I seen real Bloods and real Crips, and like it's not just you saying you're a Blood or saying you're a Crip, like it's actually like family ties and like it's not what people are doing over here. Like I started realizing like people over here are just faking the funk. Like
they saw something, they thought it was cool, or they introduced something.
They're just faking the funk. Like I seen dudes like for example, we went to a party at a community center, and like we get to the community center. I'm looking at the community center. There's a sign that said no stacking and no guns. I'm like, no stacking. First of all, what's stacking? I didn't even know what stacking was. I'm like, no guns. Like, shouldn't that be obvious? Like, why does it have to be a sign that says no guns on the community center? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah. No, for real.
Just like a whole different type of experience.
For real. That's something that you said that I've kind of. That's one of those conversations that I spoke about, whereas like the culture here, the communities here, whatever you want to call it, shifted when a lot of things started getting introduced. especially like BET and whatnot. Like, mind you, like even I remember with my older brothers and them in the late 80s, early 90s or whatnot, there was some blooding and cripping going on because there were the influence did come from south of the border. It came from, but it was genuinely from the States. Like people's family came up who were tied into certain things and introduced over here and tried to recruit in the same aspect. You know what I mean? But going forward, then it just became more of a cool, fashionable type thing. You know what I mean?
Like they couldn't go over there and tell no one they were blood or a Crip. Like it doesn't work like that.
no, don't understand the codes. Don't understand the thing. Like it's deeper than rap.
Like they don't have no set to throw up that's recognized by actual Bloods or Crips. Like it's just an eye opener for me.
Yeah, for real. Traveling is dope. Kids, if you get a chance to travel. Parents, if you get a chance to let your kids travel, please get these folks out of their four corners, or the four walls and them blocks and neighborhoods, and let them experience some stuff. I'm hoping those grant opportunities to actually take kids to different places. Like I know Scatting Court used to do it, where they went to Ghana, they went to China, I'm
actually helping Herman plan a trip to Japan.
Yeah, that's dope. That needs to happen. My eye opener was going to Nigeria for the first time, and then traveling from there and just seeing how life is actually. Never mind what the media and the TV and the things show you, what life actually is like, and just garnering a different appreciation for it.
Most definitely.
So yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Welcome on the platform at any point in time. If there's something you want to speak about.
It was a pleasure. Even just getting some of the stuff off of my chest. Like it was a pleasure. It was a benefit for me as well.
Also, I'm gonna put it out to see, and I'm in my mind, I remember things that I said while I start doing anything. Also, I want to start saying, if there's anybody you feel like I should have the platform you think has perspective that they should share, by all means, drop the name, link me with them. I want to get them on the platform. And also, my goal is to have this is not just a one-on-one conversation type thing. Like we can plug in 4 mics into this jump off, have 4 people perfect. Here.
Like,
you know
even
what I'm saying?
If I get like for example, like CK and my boy Daniel Mullings from Malvern, and like Tyrone Watson from Hamilton, like we all were at New Mexico State together, so we all share kind of a similar experience in the U.S. and like a lot of things are different over there. So like us all sharing all of our perspectives from our experience, I think that would be a good idea.
I think it would be not only a great idea, I think it would be beneficial for all these youth to see what the steps were like to get where y'all got, where everything took y'all, the lessons learned, you know what I mean? And just to hear those real life stories and to put things into perspective would be dope. 'Cause like I said again, man, like sports is an avenue towards a lot of different things, man. It's not necessarily that it has to be a professional career, but it could introduce you to somebody that introduces you to the professional career you're meant to be in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man. You got my number now.
Yep.
Plug me in. I know me and CK will get it right. It's all good. Me and CK will get it right, but the other folks that I don't know who can connect, we can have them come sit down on the platform.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'll definitely let them know.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate love, Kingly.
All right.
Respect.
Yeah, man. A media train, man.
Yeah, you know what?